Anya.
And we're Tweeks. Twin Geeks. So this week we watched two old Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Chuck Norris Karate Kommandos.
Chuck Norris Karate Kommandos.
And The Challenge of the Gobots. Both of these are out now on DVD through the Warner Archive collection.
Now, obviously, these were made in the 80s, so it's mostly for adults who wanted to watch their favorite shows from when they were our age.
Now, that's not always true. As a huge fan of Jem and the Holograms, I know that shows from the 1980s hold up.
Not always. But some old cartoons are great to watch now.
Well, I think we can both agree that boys now would like this.
Chuck Norris is a karate TV show about Chuck Norris being a karate superhero.
Chuck Norris. He's got nerves of steel and strength to match.
So apparently, Chuck Norris isn't just a tough karate guy with a bunch of memes and jokes based on him. He was a real live action star from the 80s. And with the cartoon, he looks like Will Ferrell with his Anchorman stash. But in real life, not so much.
It's a show that I would watch if it was on, but I wouldn't record all the episodes and rerun.
I agree, but I think I would have liked it better if it had come out in 2014 and had better animation.
All 5 episodes start out the same. There's a mini crime where the bad guys' minions fight the good guys.
Well, Chuck and his crew.
Pepper.
It's too dangerous, Chuck. Wow.
Too much.
Too much.
Kimo, the samurai warrior. Reed, Chuck's teenage apprentice. Tabe, a sumo champion.
Then Too Much is kidnapped, and the bad guys and the crew
Minus Too Much.
fight the bad guys and save Too Much.
You did a good job.
Too Much is kind of like Chim Chim from Speed Racer. But I also found out that he's voiced by a girl.
My favorite character is Pepper because she's funny, smart, and optimistic.
My favorite character is the sumo wrestler guy because he's really funny. He's always making these big food puns. He's always hungry.
Let's finish this quick. I forgot lunch.
My favorite episode was probably the first one because I was the only one in the season where Too Much didn't get kidnapped.
Yeah, that's my favorite episode too. But I liked it because they were super spy dolphins.
And now for my favorite Challenge of the Gobots!
It's pretty much identical to the Transformers. Well, yeah, I know there's some 30-year-old guy out there who knows the difference and is jumping up and down. Apparently there was some tension between the two transforming robot camps in the mid to late 80s. But our source,
Our Uncle Jack,
owned and watched them both. So I think we should all agree that there's enough room for both. Technically, the Gobots hit stores in 1984, 5 months before the Transformers.
But the Transformers show did last longer on TV. The Gobots are pretty much a mix between Transformers and Star Wars. The Renegades, the villains, have a planet that looks just like the Death Star.
The Gobots are noble guardians who are in a war with the Renegades.
They have fought across time and space, but suddenly they ended up on Earth, and the good Gobots had to fight Sidekill and the Renegades, who teamed up with Dr. Braxic.
Dr. Braxis is bad news. He makes life and work hard for the Gobots' Earthling friends, Matt, Nick, and AJ, who work at a NASA-like space company.
My favorite character was AJ. I loved her hair. And she was the only girl.
My favorite was Scooter. He had a personality and he had a weird voice. Like this. I loved his voice. It was cool.
Very funny.
If you like us,
Or you like knowing what's going on in the tween scene,
then subscribe! Follow the Tweeks on Instagram and Twitter!
You sound like a Helium Severus Snape.
10 points from Gryffindor!